Yo, what's up, Puck? How you doing? Hey, Doogie. Pound it, muscle. Alright. Alright, let's get in there. The power of Martian, it's true. I was gonna change, wonder if 4 days straight streaming would need a weekend. So what happened is I had to go to an appointment on Thursday, and then I had to pick up Barkley on Friday. So that, like, I actually really enjoyed the schedule that that I was doing last week for the first 3 days, but it just turned out that I couldn't stream on the latter two for other reasons. Barkley, come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Here. Come around this way. Come here, Barkley. Come here.
We'll get him. We'll get him. Don't worry. We'll get him.
Oh, he's so good.
Barkley, come on. Come on. Come on. I know you want to.
Strength comes in many forms.
Okay, we got him. Alright, I guess headphones and Barkley don't mix. That's my new opinion.
There's a tag team approach.
But there he is.
Hi, chat.
There he is, chat. Barkley, say hi. Hi to this one. You saying hi, Barkley? What you think?
Yeah, hi.
He thinks
Hi.
the headphones are really interesting. Oh, I don't need those while I use my
Okay.
lap. Huh. Huh, Barclays. Alright. What do you think? He's a very blah blah doggy. He likes to get in your mouth. Don't you? Don't you like to get in their mouth? Ah! He's too excited by Renee getting close. He's like, Renee's there too. Renee's there too. Yeah. Huh. Isn't Renee there? Is she funny? Who's funnier, you or Renee? Return of the King? Yeah, look at him go. Look at him destroy me. Oh no. What do you think? What do you think? For freedom. Alright. Barkley will return in the Avengers. Hey, Lion. Here, let me do this. Such a cutie, and the dog is not bad either. Oh. That was kind of intense. Yeah. Play Big Priest Hunter, Big Beast Hunter, and actually went positive. Can you spell helps? Oh, well, very good. Very good. I'm well, GOV. How are you? Well, that one, right? That's pretty good.
Witness true strength.
Hey, Phantom, how you doing? Huh, Barky? Huh? Barkley's just here for the weekend this time. Pound it, Tim Parker. Last time he was here for like 2 weeks. This time, just the weekend. Feel my power. Feel my power. Feel my Crypt Keeper. You cannot catch my purpose.
Feel my might.
You cannot eat my fungus.
My might.
Witness
Witness true strength.
true strength. Bonk. Where did you bought this skin? Not last time around, but the time around before that. It was a Lunar Festival skin. Barkley is currently doing like 10,000 circles. You know how when dogs go to lie down, sometimes they want to do 3 circles? He doesn't do 3. He does a jillion. And you won? No, you could just buy it. It was just for buying. Not the taunt totem. Oh, so brutal. What is this? What is this? Chunky soup day? Come on. Come on, chat. You know better than that. Well, what's going on with that, chat? It is never not taunt totem? Yeah. So unfortunate. We set up lethal before. What do you think that is? Sticky finger? What's the ETC card? Pounded Blue missing? How are you? Smoothie, thank you so much for the prime, my friend. I appreciate you. Are you reaching Legend 10 in this live? Who knows? Who knows? Not me. We needed an owl off the top. Owl off the top was lethal. Too bad. Maybe we'll get him next turn. Good morning, Elliot. You're good because you're watching your favorite streamer. Aww. My opponent's name is always so relatable. I too. No, not in your Shutterwalk pool. Not in your Shutterwalk pool. Hopefully it won't matter. Let me win. Pet it. Trust. What could go wrong? You always use your face to clear the 8-8. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Please for me. Please for me. After all we've been through. At least, aww. Well, poop. Another floop? No. That's too bad. Second floop would have been real spicy. Nobody messes with my friends. Come on, rake. Yeah, there's rake. I'm afraid my raking battle stations will be quite operational when your face arrives. Bonk. Their name triggers you? Why? It's so relatable. I also wish my opponents would let me win. Man, appearing on stream was too much excitement for Barkley. He is asleep. What's that? Yeah. Streaming is exhausting for dogs, apparently. What did I cut to run nature studies? Innervate. Sword poems. Hashtag Barkley problems? Yeah. Yeah. I run a cabal. I'm in a cabal, you say? Well,
True strength.
Hopefully that's rig fair game and you get riggedy wrecked. Netherwind portal. Potato the shark. Whenever this attacks, both players draw until they have 3 cards. Alright, I have to hand dump next turn. If I play this and this next turn, we should get to draw at least 1 card. That'd be cool. Mage, do you have the deck of mech? If you go to my YouTubes, it was one of my recent videos. Where are my trumbers? Where are my trumbers?
Witness true strength.
Witness true strength. Now attack with Genzo the Shark. See what happens. You won't. You won't. You see what happens. See what happens you attack with that. Also, please stop. No, you were supposed to give me more value. Come on. You weren't supposed to draw 2 while I only drew 1. It's rude. Oh, no. Well, might have been a waste of... No, that was the right order. Ooh. Free minion. Free minion. Thought that might happen. Guess I'll kill that one, because I'm not going to draw any here. Ow. 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 Hey, ulti. So they need 10 from hand, right? They need 8 from hand.
Witness true strength.
Thank me.
Our gift of the
Bam, bam, bam. It's never, Chungus McChungo. It probably always is, right? Like objection. That'd be brutal here. Hey, no woofies. It's too funny, Barkley. Alright, cool. I'd say this worked out just fine. Yes. Maybe it didn't, actually. So we get rid of that, but then I still have 7. So if they have like a Cloud Prince, we're dead. Unlucky. That's not an objection. So I can't object to it. It's my big opinion. Nobody messes with my friends. You know what I mean. You know what? Maybe it would have been better.
witness true strength.
Maybe it would have been better to try to play that first, huh?
What secrets does the cosmos hold?
Ooh, they had to trade everything into that. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah. I'm gonna guess.
You cannot crack my castle. Drink.
So,
Our gift of
it's Rigged Fair Game and Chicken Little? Ice Block? Probably. 7. It was Flame Ward. It's a little scary.
my might.
Wait a second.
Witness true strength.
Oh, goodness. If that was Ice Block, this was getting out of control. Opponent missed lethal? Did they? Good. You love to see it. You love to see it. Jack Sabbath coming in with the 4 months. Jack Sabbath, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Do I like this skin? I do. Do you?
Strength comes in many forms.
Strength comes in many forms. Except this one. No one can say you don't put effort in to make content ulti. The combo took 97 minutes? Like, the turn took 97 minutes? Who is Barkley? Barkley is my parents' dog. And we are dog sitting. Isn't that right, Barkley? He's being friends with Renee right now. But I will periodically summon him. How do I receive that quest line? How do you get it, or what do I think of it? Oh, do you need 2 of the normal card to be able to upgrade it to gold? No, you just go to your collection and upgrade it with dust. Martians also have parents? Well, at least the human host body does.
Witness true strength.
Witness true strength. Anyone ever witness any fake strength? You like my shirt? Well, thank you, Atavism. Thank you. Ow. Yeah. 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 I'm really wondering if Moon Touched Amulet is actually the one to use. Because Moon Touched almost never gets upgraded with the deck built this way, right? It gets upgraded by specifically Guff. So you almost always cast it for no armor. I don't know. It's not like you'd cast the other one for armor that often anyway. Maybe it is like it can get upgraded by Guff is enough. Guff is enough.
Time is running out. Feel my
Guff the tough. Guff the enough. Can Ulti self-promote here? Ulti can self-promote as much as he wants here. That's my big opinion. Lothab. That's cheating. That's cheating. Boop. Boop. You could play Solar Eclipse or Loon's Oracle instead. I like having the attack card. I think if I was going to make a change, it would be to Feral, Chumbo, whatever that card's called. This deck is rude. It's going to be rude when my opponent plays Sir Reynold of Jackson. Destroy it. Aw, Geist. Now that's rude. Come on. That's rude. Alright. Come in here talking to me about my rude actions, and then my opponent plays this. Unacceptable. Alright, now play Dirty Rat. Play Dirty Rat for the funny. Play Dirty Rat for the funny. This deck doesn't function on Warrior.
where you followed.
Well, I tried Guff Astalor in for Amulet, and it's a fun spin and feels fine. Oh well, very good. You cut the Groovy Cats if you run Guff, right? That ends up being plagiarized. Ooh, we're in for some chungus. Nobody messes with my friends. Kidnap? Oh, it doesn't negate the battle cry anymore?
Witness true strength.
It never did? Oh. Maybe I knew that. Wait, that's great. Oh, it's less great now. Now it's just sad. Now I'm just unhappy. Rake off the top, come on, let's, oh, and we can't rake off the top. It's so unfortunate. So brutal for the Marshy fans. Yeah, we like have to do this the hard way, right? I like the idea of having additional Groovy Cats. The Geist actually came in clutch, didn't it? Anyone know the reason for Glacial Shard and Shudderwalk? The reason to run Glacial Shard is to no. Man, we are getting absolutely wrecked here. We are getting destroyed. I need to get that thing. Poop. I guess that one, right? Hey, Vortex. Thank you so much for the 15 months, Vortex. I appreciate you. So the reason to run Glacial Shard is for Questline Druid and Kingsbane. It's a worse Sticky Finger? No, it's a much better Sticky Finger. Sticky Finger is hot garbage. There's nothing, there's no, everything is a better Sticky Finger. Sticky Finger shouldn't be in your Hearthstone deck. Unless you want it. Yeah, like, if it's just fun for you, go ahead. But it's not a good card. You don't run it because you want to win. You run it because you hate Kingsbane and you want them to suffer. If you wanted to win, you'd put literally any other card in your deck.
This trial must end.
Well, we got destroyed. But Glacial Shard not only gives you an edge in the Kingsbane matchup, especially if you're Shudderwalk where you can bounce it, but it also gives you a huge edge in this matchup. And it flexes to be very handy against aggro, whereas Sticky Finger is just bad against everything. Including Kingsbane.
Strength comes in many forms.
Boop, boop, boop. Oh my goodness, we found Secure the Keck.
Never bring a sword to a fish fight.
Barkley's getting scratchies. He's very happy about it. He's doing his little Barky purrs. Next game, can you play a different deck of Druid? And at the end of the game, can you show me how many skins do you have of Druid? No. And yes.
Witness true strength.
Any Barkley cams? I actually don't have it set up to be able to cam anything in the rest of the room. And if I move my cam around, I'll never be able to get it right again. But we will Barkley back onto the stream at some point. Once he's done recharging. There be no treasure 6 feet under. Ow! So painful. Why is everyone so mean to me all the time?
Witness true.
Witness true potatoes. Guess Barkley needs to go in your shoulder then. That would be so fun. I would love that. How do we get Barkley to go on my shoulder? Did I guys? Did I ever,
Barkley.
what's that?
Have a smaller Barkley.
Have a smaller Barkley. Did I ever show you guys the oh, here it is. This is me when I was I don't know, in high school at some point. This is our cat Pesky. She managed to stay on my shoulder for exactly that long. Exactly long enough to exactly long enough for the picture. And then she was gone. She was like scratching up my my this leather jacket. It was never the same after that. It had a bunch of claw marks in it. She was over it. But she did post for the picture, which was nice. I don't want any of these. Wow, these are all bad. I guess I'll take Ultimate Infestation. Just because there are situations where that might end up being good later. That was bad, huh? I should have played this. Unlucky. Unlucky. Bro, I used to be hot? No! Oh, unlucky. Yeah, but yeah, that was an ancient phone. That was like right before even the iPhone was popular. My dog sleeps on your shoulder at least once a day. Nice. You still got it, Marshy? Thank you, Snake. Thank you. Do we lose? Do we lose because Marshy's Marshy Boo Boo last turn? Is that why we lose, chat? It is.
This trial must end.
Blackberry on Mars, how? This is all from Earth. I'm having a human experience. Alright. I've taken my human host body, and I'm playing card games till the end, seeing how that goes.
UN versus Rome.
Right, Barkley?
Comes in
Oh,
many forms.
he's awake. Hey, hey, no barkies. No barkies. It's really hard to tell a dog named Barkley to stop barking, you know?
Hey.
Barkley, no barking? Yeah, I know, right? Barkley, no barking. Get it? Come on. Come on, Barkley. Let's go. Why are you looking at me like that? Come here, Barkley. Come on. Come on, Barkley.
Let's go this way. Come here.
Come here.
Oh, or not.
Come here. There he is. There's the Barkley. Now don't bark in the mic. It's not good for chat. No.
Running out.
Who's a good dog? I pet you. Barkley, no roping. Barkley stream. Yep. Yep. Huh. Isn't this a Barkley stream? Tell chat. They're over here. Tell chat. Aww. Oh.
Interesting.
Alright. That was Barkley. Toxic streamer full roping quest. You know that's how I do. Oh my goodness, infinite value. Infinite value.
I do the crime. You do the time.
Framester. I'm so old. The song was popular when you were in high school. Unlucky. I'm starting to feel that way about some songs. If it makes you feel any better, it's certainly better than the alternative. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? Boop. You turned the big 4-0 last year? Expertly done. Level up. Now, you can, in Classic WoW, you can get your mount. Alright? And stop walking around all the time. I'm still walking around, but not for long. I'm right behind you. Are you still grinding Blood DK in Standard Martian? No, I've been playing Unholy just to get my reps in for the heroic brawl. Because I plan on playing a bunch of Unholy in the heroic brawl. Bum bum bum.
I witness true strength.
For pot. I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna remove that message. God. Oh. Here. Oh, did I get Framestered? And now the only card I get to draw is Framester. You don't get why was that funny? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I certainly don't. I don't understand the humor of children today. Kids today. I don't even remember how to make funny jokes. What am I looking at? Oh yeah, that's the Alico tweet.
What is the best way? Witness true strength.
And
Time is running out. Witness true.
I could have played Guff next turn if I hadn't done that. Not playing well. The joke went over your head until the streamer laughed. Patch in 1 week, he says. Yeah. Yeah, not my favorite timing, but all right, opponent is board locked. Can I set up lethal without dying? That's the real question. So if I play all three of these, I will be at an amount 21. So I would still need more than that even. Ugh. All right, well, guess I can't lock him out unless this has something for me. No.
Feel my might. Feel my might. Feel my mightness, true strength.
Okay. Why do you have these on your battlefield? What does it mean? This one? No. Well, I think we're in trouble, chat. I think we're in trouble. Oof. Well, it's unfortunate. You see, Sticky Finger never made me miss a bunch of damage there. That said, we were just dead on board, so. Bro, the skins of Druid. Alright. Why do you have that on your game board? Why do I have what on my game board? Okay. I have all these. And all of these. And all of these.
No.
And all of these. And all of these, but I don't have this.
No.
Barkies.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the good way. He did a good job calling over her name.
Strength comes in many forms.
Oh, helicopter.
Barkley doesn't like the helicopter. Did I see today's video? The today's Ulticon video? I did not. Is that the one where it took a long time to do the lethal? It's a banger? Alright, I'll make sure to check it out. We're up against Dog.
I see you've brought guests.
Message lost in the park. If we collectively spend all our channel points, will you steal Barkley for real? No. When there's something as precious as Barkley is, you don't take that away from where it belongs. I'm at least not that heartless. Thought it was Dog Dog for a second. Is that their in-game name? Ulti, can I watch this without sound? The sound isn't important, right?
Hey.
For VOD upload reasons, I don't turn my desktop audio on anymore. But I'll watch it if the sound isn't important. Well, I'm frozen. I'm frozen, chat. That much we know. Have you tried making a Hakar deck recently? I've been wanting to play it, but haven't found a playable deck so far. No, I haven't played it. Oh, my bad. I haven't made a Hakar deck recently, no. Just music? Alright, we'll check it out after this. Chickens in my nose, down into my toes. Stop freezing my face, by the way. Why don't you just go ahead and cut that out? Do me that favor. Do me the favor of cutting that out, would you? Would you? I think I'm going to be frozen a little bit, so I think I'll just waste that to get my owl out. Is Moontouch Amulet good enough to run? I feel it never gets corrupted. We were just talking about that. I feel like Feral might be better just because it's rarely corrupted, like you say. But Moontouch Amulet can be corrupted by Guff, which is a card you definitely play once a game, right? So, okay. Words. So I think that it's gonna offer you armor sometimes, and in those times it'll be really handy. Our hero power does a lot of damage now. What about Hakar and Warrior with Roaring Applause and 0 drops to draw? Then what? Do you like the Hearthstone Elemental tribe? Kind of. Having played an Elemental last turn is a bit of a steep requirement. I think for a lot of them, it would be cooler if it was like last turn or this turn. Oh, cheating. Actual cheating. Filthy, stinky cheating. The likes of which this world has never seen. Oh my goodness. Corrupted. Easy. Easiest corrupt of my life. Alright, dog, let me win. Could have played Giant if Claw was played. Could have played Giant if Claw was played. Oh, on the previous turn? Oh. Hey, Martian, I just heard the history of why you're Martian, but I still don't know why Boo. Is Majin Buu your favorite DBZ character? Yes. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He doesn't lead the pack as much as he used to. A big Vegeta fan. Big Frieza fan. Yeah. So, there's a lot of characters I like in Dragon Ball Z, but Boo was the big winner for a long time. Also, my favorite Boo has changed a lot over time. My first favorite Boo was Super Boo. And now I like Fat Boo, I think. You liked Frieza a lot more when he stayed dead, not gonna lie. I'm the opposite opinion. I love Super Frieza. Super Frieza is hilarious to me. Like, I don't like a lot about Super, but Frieza is number one. You know, like, that's the thing I like the most about it, is I think he's really funny. Skin and bones. In a world where Martian accidentally clicks the wrong card. Pressure plate. I wish my opponent would lose to me. Birder, birder. Birder, birder. I have so much damage. So much damage to give, chat. My opponent doesn't let me do any of it. I like Kid Buu a lot. I like Kid Buu too. The only Buu that I don't really like that much is Gray Buu. The main thing I liked about Super was the Ultra Instinct theme goes really hard. Do I like Dragon Ball Super as well? I like things about it. So like I think while Super the Buu saga of Dragon Ball Z has some of like the best elements of Dragon Ball Z, like Vegeta's character growth was really good. I liked Buu as a villain. Overall I thought it was the weakest saga in the show by far. And you get the sense that like didn't he want to stop at Cell Saga? Like I feel like Cell Saga ended really strong, and then the structure for like power levels and stuff started to like fall apart in the Buu Saga. So anyways, and all the problems with the Buu Saga are exacerbated exponentially in Dragon Ball Super. So, like, I'm not going to get excited about a new power level when somebody at Super Saiyan 2 can keep up, you know? Like, Trunks Super Saiyan 2 keeps up during the Goku Black Saga. You know, like, if the new forms aren't, like, that much stronger than the old forms, what's there for me to get excited about, you know? That's like, my opinion. So yeah, I think I'm just doing this to get some armor up. I don't know if it matters, but because they're only at 1. So yeah, like the normal like I don't really care that anyone's stronger than anybody else in Super. Like it's all so arbitrary. Yay! We win! After all that. What a terrible game for everyone involved. Alright, here's Ulti's video. Okay. Making mummies. Alright. There's a lot more tribal damage, namely Gaia Worm. Oh, okay, so the The mine is a mech? Is that what it is? Oh, it is. Okay. So it's copying the Zola and the Ember Worm. Wait. Stop buffering. No. No! Why is this happening? Stop. I'm just trying to see... How do we get it discounted in the first place? Like, Man, it does not want to show this to me at higher definition. Oh, to the front. I see what happened. I see what happened. All right. So you had the to the front buff active, and then the mummy took it from 1 to 0. All right. All right. I'm with you now. I'm with you now.
Ewan versus Lady Vash.
Only death is colder than the depths.
Strength comes in many forms. We have turned our curse into our strength.
My bad. Top 1, the way, not the way this is going. I don't think so. I don't think so. More like top 110. If you catch my meaning. If you catch my drift. At 100k YouTube subs, will you reveal your true form? I already have. I've already revealed my true form. It has been done. Corridon, thank you for your streams. Keep it up. Greetings from a wild member. Corridon, thank you so much for the 6 months, my friend. I appreciate you. That's the ogre list. Well, I took a list that I got from, I believe, Corbett, and I cut the innervates for nature studies of my own volition. So, long story short, I don't know. It's somebody's list. It's mine, I guess. Doesn't really matter. It's questline druid. until amazing things that make this incredibly different from the regular thing. Until it's enough to be a different deck, I don't think it matters giving people specific credit for a very popular archetype. Look at Claw, look at it go. I made this deck. It's true. It's true. Aww. Aw, what you barking? Come on. Come on. Yeah. Say hi. Say hi.
I'm 7.
Say hi. No. Then what you doing? Yeah. There you go. Look at them. Look at them. Does he regret Twig? Nobody regrets Twig. Everyone loves Twig. Isn't that right, Barkley? You sniffing my water? Is that funny? Why are you licking my water? Why are you so funny? Why are you so funny? Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, I can't see. I can't see. Ah. He's a very licky doggy. Aren't you? Aren't you a very licky doggy? Huh?
Who's a good dog? You good dog.
Renee left the room, so I think he's bored. He was content to chill with Renee there for a minute. Also, what am I doing investing more damage in this? I can't go face. I was busy, chat. I was busy. Literally never punished. Not once in my whole life. Oh, no. Glass is officially gross. Also, hi, Walrus. Points for permanent Barkley stream? Like it never ends? Huh. Would you like a permanent Barkley stream? I don't think he does. Alright, do I win? What do you guys think? 12, 17, 18. I'm not dead. Not yet, anyway. Whee! Nobody messes with my friends. Do you know what deck is missing? Potato Chungus deck? I don't know. I don't know about that. I have 100k points to suggest more Barkley-based ideas. Very good. Devolve? Thought we established that Devolve was cheating. I thought this was established. Alright, do we win? Do we win or do we win? Do you think Chicken Sama is going to trade into my 8-6? If they trade into my 8-6, it might be a minute before we win. Barkley cooking stream. That'd be something, wouldn't it? That'd be something. Wind Fury. Owl. That's not an owl. That's not an owl at all. Sure.
Was that foolish?
There we go. There we go. There we go, Chicken Sama. There we go. Boop. We did it. It's all thanks to you, Barkley. Everyone thank Barkley for his help. Thanks, dog. Thanks, dog. He wants to be friends with Renee, but Renee keeps going around doing Renee stuff. You're getting to 1,000,000 points soon. Oh my goodness.
Much time has passed. Strength comes in many forms.
It does feel kind of bad to rub the quest, huh? Look at me go. King of BM, Martian Boo. You know, it's a little disgusting to be known as the King of BM, isn't it? A little gross. Isn't that a little gross, chat?
Witness true strength.
I had enough getting clapped by people playing taunts into my quest druid, so now I'm jamming Terra on mine again. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Power to you, my friend. Hey, Collateral Fish. How many points for you to buy me a plane ticket and a BlizzCon ticket to hang out with you? What if I don't go to BlizzCon? What then, Vapod? What then? What then, Barkley? Is Oracle too greedy in this list? I don't know. I haven't really tried it. Serget of Meowth did pretty well with it, though, didn't he?
Feel my might. Witness true.
Birdie, go. Then who will support the wild format at BlizzCon? I don't know. Who's going? Who's going? When is BlizzCon? Where is BlizzCon? Why is BlizzCon? Who's attending? I think I need to like oil up my mic stand here, huh? You guys like that sound? Is that good for you?
They will never catch me. Who's hiding now?
Aren't you in the general BlizzCon area? Someone would have to tell me where it is for me to answer that question. I have not looked into it whatsoever. It could be anywhere as far as I'm concerned. Wow, how do you guys like my chances? How do you guys like my chances here? It's usually in Anaheim. Is it really? Is it really?
This trial must end.
BlizzCon 2023. News coming soon after a year of cancellations. This is May 5th. Oh, like we literally don't know where it is this year? All right. If BlizzCon was like in my backyard, I would try to go for sure.
UN versus
How's your win rate with this list? 1,000 million trillion billion cajillion %. Let's just say this deck either wins or it loses. How's that? How's that? What do you guys think? BlizzCon has always been at the Anaheim Convention Center in the past. I imagine it will be the same location this heat. All right. Whatever happened to Ask Renee reward? What would you like to ask Renee? If it existed again, what would you use it for? Ask Renee for Barkley's. For the Battlegrounds drop. Is there a Battlegrounds drop right now? Who she loves more, you or Barkley?
You. But I do love that.
Me, but she does love Barkley. When is Renee permanently keeping Barkley or another one? Or another dog? We want a dog. We keep like talking about it and then not doing anything about it. I certainly hope it's a when, not an if thing. We'll see. Meh, meh. Marshy Steph.
I lack the mana.
Oh. Marshy miscalculate. You'll love to see it.
My might witness
Absolutely love to see it. What breed of dog are we gonna get? I think we're not gonna hunt down a specific breed, and it'll be more like take from what's available. But I think if everyone had it their own way, Renee would want a husky. I've always really liked the King Charles Spaniels. I think that's what they're called. I think Ulti has one, but by always liked, I mean when I think about it as an adult, what do I want out of a dog? I like the portability, and they look like puppies until they're really old. You know, like they stay looking cute for a long time. So that's probably what I would get. I like really small, and I like comically huge. So that's my various preferences. Kid Martian, little baby stupid Martian. Not for this choice, but just because it comes with the territory. Would want a collie. I like collies. But they're expensive, and they get a lot of hair everywhere. So get a Russian bear hunting dog, the big teddy bear. Oh, I would love one. Those like really giant.
The ones that like have they frequently have the barrels.
Oh no, that's a Saint Bernard, isn't it? This one, Renee. They're giant,
Oh, yes.
like huge doggos. Yeah, I would love one. That's funny.
Witness true strength.
Witness true strength.
No.
No Barkies. Oh, hi, Mr. Barkies. Hello. Bark. No bark. Oh, I'm sorry, Vapod.
Time is running out.
Oh, I'm sorry, opponent. You have a Schnauzer and an Armstaff. Amstaff? I don't know what that is off the top of my head. Oh no, Guff. Goodbye, Guff. Godspeed. Huh, Barkley. He's looking very gruntled over there. Alright, so. This is 5. 3 of these, I think it's just lethal in hand already, isn't it? So, we'll go to 5. And then we play one of these and takes us to 9. No, it's not lethal quite. It's not quite lethal. But it's not like they're going to kill us, right? We just... It really isn't lethal, right?
What is
I'm not like
the best
being crazy.
way?
Yeah, I could do... It's one off.
Feel witness true strength.
Aw, did Renee go somewhere? Did Renee go somewhere? Are you all lonely doggy now? Are you all lonely doggy now? Poor doggy. Alright, we just, we win, right? We win. Yay! Alright, let me excuse myself for a moment. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. This stream needs A chair for the chair. A second chair. Less of the same chair. More of the same chair. I'm gonna go with a chair for the chair. I started a new job and moved to cross state a few months ago, and I'm saving for the wedding, and so pet insurance fell through the cracks, unfortunately. Yeah. How am I today? I'm so good. So good, because we got Barkley visit. Huh. Come here. Last time he was here, he loved to jump. Oh, come on. Come here. Come here. Oh. Where you go? Where you go?
Strength comes in many
Say hi.
forms.
Say hi to chat. With your eyes and not your mouth. Durkham Skamblagumba. Berskamba. Good guy. He's not into it. Ah, there we go. There we go. Renee is very distracting, isn't she? Renee is very exciting. Aww. Oh. Oh. Keeps looking over at Renee. Is Renee your favorite today? Is Renee your favorite? What do you think? Answer me that. Oh. Barkley likes to lick inside noses. It's really funny. It's his favorite thing to do. Isn't that right? You like to get in people's faces and lick in their nose. Isn't that right?
Hello.
Oh? Oh? This is the mirror. I knew Dem's camera would stoop so low as to engage in the mirror.
Witness true strength.
That is dog looking sussy and cute. Are you looking sussy? Dog has reached stability. Huh. You two look so happy. Perma Marshy doggo needed. Yeah, we should get a dog. We should get a dog. Come, Barky. Come, Barky.
Oh, if we ever have to pet sit him after getting a doggy, he's gonna be so jealous.
Mm-hmm.
Feel my might. Feel my might.
He's moving around the room. He's following her. Me over there.
Witness true strength.
Drop the giant payload. What you think, Barkley? What you think of all this? What do you make of this board state? You're the resident claw pounce rake expert. Surely you know what's going on. What should we do next? Oh, also, so I got this from I got the package from the creator package from Hearthstone a while back, and it includes a little bandana for your dog or whatever animal you're gonna put it on. Maybe if I'm like, yeah, you guys can see that's the little Hearthstone bandana. So now, since we're sitting Barkley, we actually get to use it. We get to actually use it, huh? How's it feel to have 7 zero mana minions in your deck? So good. Feels as good as it does. Aww.
Feel my might.
If a friendly undead died after your last turn, summon a 2/2 Nerubian. So you're telling me all of these cards are terrible? Well, there you have it.
Feel my might. Time is running out. Witness true strength.
What is your favorite video or card game? Asked Putt.
Ooh. Here, I guess I'll go in frame to answer. If you can see me over the Barkley, or hear me over the Barkley. So my game enjoyment tends to vary over time. Yes, Barkley. Yes. Currently, oh goodness. Currently, I've gotten back into WoW. I'd say that's my go-to video game. Prior to that, Hearthstone dungeon runs and various solo content was my go-to. Generally, I like things that I can kind of multitask with, and I can play while watching TV or getting distracted by Barkley or various things. So things like Q on Hearthstone ladder, I don't want to rope my opponents. My Keeper doesn't care. So anything I can pause. But yeah, WoW is the current go-to, although Diablo and Heroes of the Storm are the other ones that have been piquing my interest that I may go back to as well. Oh, Barkley. Ooh, yes, thank you.
I have not played a Groovy Cat yet that I know of.
Thank you for the Facebook.
Barkley, are you being gross? Are you being gross, Mr. Barkley? I don't know why I chose this minion. I'm pretty sure that was the worst option.
Witness
But
strength.
everything's kind of going alright, so there's that. Why is there a Martian on my Renee stream? How dare you? How dare you? Huh. How Barkies? Multitasking good. You love Slash so much. Oh, am I missing Guns N' Roses? Are you being funny, Barkies? Wait, do we win? Maybe not yet, huh? But we're close. We're close. Huh, Barkies? Huh? You hate how good this boring deck is. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you say that about this deck? Just go around hurting poor innocent deck's feelings all the time. We win. It's that easy. Does look kind of repetitive, very linear. Druid again. Oh, is this the complainy pants time? Is this the complainy pants hour? Hey, Buggy Man.
Versus Valera.
Chicken Sama. What were they playing last time? It wasn't Rogue, was it? When we said Nerf Guff, it was actually Guff the Tough. I doubt it. Pound it, Saga. Pound it, Aggresso.
There be no treasure 6 feet under your heart.
Well, they were on this last time, weren't they? I forget. They were playing Even Shaman? Okay. Oh. Man, today is Martian forgets to end his turn day. It's my big opinion. It's my big observation.
Raise me hearties.
Yeah. Feel my might. Feel my might. Chad, are you feeling his might? Marshy and the elusive yellow button. Room time. I would be too distracted by Barkley to Hearthstone today too, to be fair. True. It's okay. Once I've streamed for another hour or two, I'll go play with the Barkley. Do Barkley stuff, if you catch my meaning. Ooh. How's it going? It's going well, Captain. How are you? You never have to click the button. The game will do it for you. Both stream and your opponent love it. You never have to click the button. The game will do it for you. Oh, so you can just wait. Yeah, that's true. You know, sometimes things are just true. Just like, it's true that I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble, chat. Can we get a Raker now off the top? That's the real question. That's the real question. Unlucky. So this has to go here. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Such an NHL. Cold blood. Cold blood. Alright, it's time for the pop-off. This is gonna be amazing. Talking about dogs, I forgot mine outside? Why'd you forget your dog outside? What's it doing out there? Well, I don't hope the dog eats him. Where were you? Do we have any hopes? Do we have any hopes? Do we have any dreams? So the best I can do is like that. That.
This trial must end.
Every time I see Pirate Rogue, I remember pre-quest Pirate Warrior mirrors.
Juin versus
Marshy 1, Chicken Sama 1, yeah. Yeah.
Much time has passed. Strength comes in many forms.
Strength comes in many forms. You liked Pirate Warrior the first month it came out? December 2021? Wasn't that like August? Well, this is all very scary. This is all very scary, chat. Baron's Pirate Warrior was very cool when Rokara 2-3 Rusher came. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing ever beats Fire War Axe Pirate Warrior, though. It's all been downhill from there. And boop. Dog versus Evil 2-head dog. Who will win? That's true. We could have played Questline Demon Hunter with this portrait today, couldn't we have? That would have matched the doggy. Huh, Barkley? He's asleep again. Any Cursed Blade Pirate Warrior enjoyers? That was like after Fire War Axe got gutted. Poor Fire War Axe.
who's hiding
I've
now?
barely played with War Axe since they unnerved it. Maybe I'll try some Pirate Warriors sometime soon. Recent opponent would like to be my friend. Terrifying, if you ask me. Terrifying. Really wish I had one more armor. That's what I wish.
You cannot crack my cafe. Skitterfall.
Can you imagine playing that today, the Cursed Blade one? Yeah, you play the Cursed Blade and then your opponent does like 10,000 damage to you with mines. Even though you love Pirate Warrior, Darkglare will stay as the most fun deck you've ever played. I think it might be the most fun deck I've ever played. If I'm being objective. It is a... I don't know.
Is a weapon.
Darkglare was very fun. It's too bad Darkglare came at the cost of the rest of the game, you know? It's like,
True strength.
you could have Darkglare, which is good, or you could have deck diversity, which is good. So, horrible choice to make. Dark Cloud was when you wanted to play Hearthstone 24/7. I remember like really like back when I felt very pressured to always play viewer decks back around then. And outside of like my designated tryhard week. And when Dark Lair was first popping up, I took off multiple streams from viewer decks to play to spam Dark Lair just because like it was that fun to play versus pretty much everything I'd ever played before. So which I don't know how much that sentiment means to you guys. You basically have to take my word for it, but like I was not taking days off of viewer decks back then, and I took a bunch off to play Dark Lair. It was the nutty deck. Like learning that deck was just really fun, but it did come at the cost of everything else.
Juwen versus Malfurion.
Cenarius, guide me to victory. Strength comes in many forms.
Didn't you dislike Dark Lair Priest though? Yeah, I did. I did dislike Dark Lair Priest. The Demon Seed version of Dark Lair was your favorite? Give you back Dark Lair for 1 month? I would love that type of thing, like periodic amnesty for nerfed stuff so that people can just enjoy it. Which Dragon Ball game or games do I like the most? The score version of the Dragon Ball Z CCG was one of my favorite card games ever. And the mechanics of it, I think, are my favorite, period. As far as actual games, the one that I really like video games, the one that I really got into was Tenkaichi 2 for the Wii.
I am listening.
I never played Kakarot. You really just made me miss the Warlock Golden Age of Painlock now. It's just pain to play Lock. Yeah.
I am listening.
I am listening. Oh, it's this guy. They just like spam. Jordan Swag and I were discussing Dark Lair recently. I realized how nostalgic I am for the meta despite hating playing against Dark Lair and Raza Priest. Kakarot is worth trying. Tenkaichi 4 is coming soon to a theater near me. You know what I played a lot of was Xenoverse. I think Xenoverse was kind of a bad game if I'm being objective. But it had a lot of like nice things going for it. It just got like it was a little bad, but it, you know, despite that, it was all right.
Witness true strength.
Nature speaks through my tunes.
Ow. Do I need to get this going? Maybe not. Kind of a slow opener for the Martian. Another deck you really liked was Token Druid back when you could play Living Mana. I think the only deck that I've liked close to as much as Dark Lair for the reasons that I liked Dark Lair was Nitro Roost Kingsbane Rogue. Like, I really enjoyed playing those decks. I've liked a lot of decks a lot for different reasons, but I would say for the, like, just as far as like sweaty decks go,
Witness true strength.
for me they peaked around then.
You cannot crack my carapace.
I witness true strength.
Dark Lair was too big ring for you. Did you try the seed lock version ever? Oh, Godspeed, Martian Boo. What would you like to see for a big wild overhaul? So I think what I want for wild is literally never happening. I don't want standard balance for wild. I don't want that at all. I don't want them to even out the power levels of things. What I do want is for them to take things that are like extreme feel bads, like I'm not even gonna list, but like I'd like them to be a little bit more proactive about removing extreme feel bad things from the meta. By which I don't mean everything that you lose to. I mean, like, if the existence of one thing prevents the existence of, like, you know, a dozen things, that's what I want, you know.
Feel my might. Feel my might.
What do you think? Oh, you want uppies? Come on, uppies. Aww. Aww. Do you want uppies? Are you the cutest doggy? What do you think?
Feel my might.
Scale from 1 to doggy. Say hi to chat. They're over here. They're over here. Oh, who's a good doggy? Who's a good doggy? Were you lonely when Renee went in the other room? Were you lonely when Renee went in the other room? Naturalize. Seems like cheating to me. The only things that I would remove from the only things that I would adjust right now is I would up the mana on Toxfin and Scargill by 2. Because if you think about it, Flurgle Toxfin at 5 mana is still a ridiculous combo. But raising the mana off of Toxfin doesn't really do anything, given Scargill and how the decks are played right now.
cannot crack my carapace.
Oh, what's up? What's up, my silly? What's up, my silly doggy? Are you being the silliest doggy? I guess this one. Just because it's the only one that actually did anything. And then I would make ice block once per game. Like, whatever the text would be, it would be something like the first time you would take lethal damage or something like that. And then that way, even no matter if they were discovered, if you're running 2 copies, whatever, you get 1 ice block. It triggers 1 time. And then the subsequent ones would have the big silence X on them. And then, depending on how the meta was after that, I'd circle back to things like Mind Rogue and Big Priest. Those are the changes I would make. And I think that would go a long way. You know, like, I feel like a lot of removing, like, just the big, like, obnoxious thing opens up so much space every time they do it. Isn't that right, Barkley? So, like, that's all I want. I don't want them to, like, tone down pirate rogue or even shaman type of stuff. And like I know that like a lot of people don't like Kingsbane rogue, but like there's so much you can do about it without putting garbage like Sticky Finger in your deck. And for those of you who have actually played Kingsbane rogue, the deck is actually a lot more beatable than the narrative would suggest. Isn't that right, Barkley? Isn't that right?
Nobody messes with
Barkley.
my friends.
Huh. Don't you know? You know. Boop. It's never lethal this turn, is it? Or is it? Or is it? It's not. Right? What's up with you? Where are you going? Where are you going, Barkley? Oh my goodness, I gotta finish my turn. I gotta finish my turn. Ice block should just work like protect in Pokemon, 50% less effective each subsequent use. That'd be an interesting change.
Who's a good dog?
Who's a good doggy? Barkley's a good doggy. It was lethal this turn if I took another spell. Which spell? Which one? Oh, I had to discover differently? Well, I guess I'd have to go back and look in it. But does it matter? Maybe I should play these things. Hold up. Are you holding up, chat?
Interesting.
I have 8 damage in hand, right? That's not enough. Feel my might. Now we have to go back to see if they get a timeout for being wrong. I think it's fine. Did I discover that turn? Die Druid Scum? I'm playing Druid.
Nature speaks through my tunes.
Who's getting all the Barkley love though? Excused. Thank you. Thank you. I need that excuse. Jades. Well, I'll be. Chat, did I just lose? Ow. Maybe that was an order. Order lol. Maybe that was an order lol, chat. Because we wanted the extra damage on that one, right? Didn't we establish a few streams ago that only Martian can play Druid? We did establish that. That's true, yeah. Let me win. Stop.
Everybody, hold for the camera!
Ow. No sense calculating, right? It's either lethal or not. It's either lethal or not. Is it really one off? Absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. So brutal. Ugh. This looking like an EU gamer, lost on an A. What's up, Copper? Hi, Irna. There's a lack of justice, there is. Opponent had way more value than us and still only barely won. Pound it, Irna. Ogre.
Beware the turning tide.
Strength comes in many forms.
Could it be that his emoting gave him the extra gas he needed? Oh, maybe. Maybe. Maybe gave him just enough. Barkley, what's he doing? What's he doing? Are you being funny? Are you being a funny dog? He's being funny. Should Martian emote Ogre and test the experiment? I don't think Ogre likes to be emoted. And boop. So this is not Questline Druid, huh? Interesting. Interesting. Rhythm and roots. Spicy. Sure. Oh, you know what? I messed up, huh? What I should have done is raked my own guy here. And then I could have played both. And also drawn a card. Yeah. Hey. Hey, what's up? What's up? Come on. Come here. Come here. Yeah. Good doggy. Who's a good doggy? Who's a good doggy that doesn't barkies? Hmm? Barkley, no barky. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, barkies? Isn't that right? Hmm? What do you think? What's going on out there? What do you make of this? Hmm? What's your take on all that? What do you think? What's Barkley's breed? He is a Cocker Spaniel. I'm pretty sure he's a specific type of Cocker Spaniel, but I forget. He forgore. He forgore, didn't he? What type of Cocker Spaniel are you? What type of Cocker Spaniel is Barkley? That's the real question. What rank is he? What rank are you? What rank are you in Hearthstone? What do you think, Barkley? Where are you going? He thinks he's going that way. That's where my computer is, Barkley. There's nothing for you there. There's nothing for you there. We've discovered infinite value, chat. We've discovered the infinite value.
Time is running out.
Didn't we, Barkies? Didn't we, Barkies? He's looking forlornly at my keyboard and stuff. What would you like to do? What would you like to do with my keyboard, Mr. Barkies? Hmm? Mr. Borsleys? He probably only plays Battlegrounds. That's what Dog does? True. True. Look at all this stuff in my way. That's what Barkley's saying about this microphone. Oop. Ooh.
Feel my might.
Oh, did we get the other rake? It's pretty good. It's pretty good if you ask me.
My might.
Go ahead and rake that. Rake that. Trade. And we win. And we win. And we win. And we win. Good job, Barkley. Good job, Barkley. We win. Okay. Good job, Barkley. Who's a good dog? Who's a good dog? Poor ogre. No mercy. No mercy. Barkley helped. Good doggy. He did. He did help. My beats are sick. Thank you. Mediocre. More like mediocre. Nah, more like media exceptional. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Barkley? Wonder if he needs to go outside. After this game, if Renee's not back out yet, I'll take him.
Comes in many forms.
Can't blame Ogre for losing to Barkley. Yeah, that's true. That much we know. A lot of shaman out today, huh? A lot of shaman.
Witness true strength.
Barkley, if you need outside, pee on the floor. I don't know. Witness true strength. Do you need flute for this deck? Oh, Flabidinous Flute? Optional, but you could probably play without it. It is definitely like 100% better to have it than to not, you know. but maybe maybe it's not essential to get your to get some victories, you know. Okay. Feel my might. Feel my might. Feel my might. Feel my might. Feel my might.
Hi. Hi.
Witness true strength.
Hi.
He's so dignified. Let's see if I can get a picture. Huh, Barkley. Huh. Barkley. um. Hey, 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 chill. No, it's okay. It's okay. Hey. Yeah. It's just kind of leaning on the side of the couch.
You're such a good doggy. Who's a good doggy? Huh?
There is little time.
Can you take him outside? Like he's sitting you down for a serious talk? I know, right? Like perfect photo of a perfect dog. Agreed. Agreed. Well, I'm going to be overloaded next turn. So no matter what I do, it's not like I can play what's it's called next turn. Alright. See you later, Dirty Rat. That's what my attorney said to me when he negotiated a tougher sentence to me being accepting a bribe from the prosecution. I was allegedly involved in advertising fraud. Brainster voice line. Oh, what's the voice line?
Witness true strength. Job done.
I do the crime, you do the time. Oh. That's what my attorney said to me when he negotiated a tougher sentence to me by accepting a bribe from the prosecution. Wait, did that really happen? If I had a nickel for each time someone has played Framestar against Martian today, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's... It's potatoes that it happened twice. Wait a second. Wait a second, chat. How much did I need for this? What was that at before? Did I just make a whoopsie? Was I 3 off?
Witness true strength. Job done.
Was I 1 off or 2 off? Did I just mess up? Did I just miss lethal? There's no way to check, is there? I mean, I guess I could go back and look. Barkley brain strikes again. But do you know? Alright. Exclamation point command, add why this deck. Hello. Hello, valued Martian viewer. To help maintain a positive streaming atmosphere, we kindly ask that you use the appropriate channels to file complaints. For concerns regarding wild decks played on stream, please leave a message at twitter.com/minmarkhearthstone. I was 3 off. Thank you. All right. I thought maybe I didn't have it if I didn't do anything else, but then I was kicking myself for autopiloting. Guess I'll do that. They're at 19, so I don't have to worry about dying next turn. All right, brutal. I just need them not to get off another glacial shard is all. They glacial shard me again, it's over. Why not run a hero card to unfreeze in this kind of situation? Because most people don't add the glacial shard to their deck. Most people add Sticky Finger to their deck and then lose to this deck without having a chance. The reason is because it's just not worth teching for that sort of thing. Is it, Barkley? Is it? Come on. Let's go.
You have to pick them up.
You have to pick him up.
Let's go.
Let's go. Who's a good dog? Did you get to go outside? Did you get to go outside, Barkley? Was it fun out there? Was it fun out there? Yeah, I think he needs to go to the bathroom. He's all excited now. Wait, it's lethal. It's lethal, Barkley. Come on, Barkley. You know it's lethal. Oh, God. It's lethal. I try to trust me. He doesn't believe me.
Oh no.
Good job, Barkley. You play Dragon Soul Reno Priest? Well, very good. Huh. Juin versus Valera.
Strength comes in many forms.
There be no treasure 6 feet under your heart.
Sticky Finger for Kingsbane, I assume? Yeah. All right. Here comes... Maybe I'd rather kill that. The swordfish. Chat, this last winter has been one of the coldest winters in California in a long time. And I kind of got used, I kind of got used to like not being super unhappy all the time for a lot of the year because of how warm it is. And it's starting to get that warm again. I would kindly ask you to stop the hate against a very powerful card like Sticky Fingers. Sincerely, someone who don't play Kingsbane but wins against Sticky Finger enjoyers. I already made the Twitch thread for that. All right, I got you. Okay, here. Look at this. Look at this. Here's my pro Sticky Finger propaganda. I was wrong. Kingsbane is the ultimate Hearthstone deck and absolutely unbeatable without the magic 5 mana 4/4. Make sure to run double Sticky Finger in all your Hearthstone decks with double Parrot for extra consistency. Jam Sticky number 2 in ETC if you're scared of dupes in your Reno deck. All right? I've done my part. I've done my part to increase the Sticky Finger population. Thank you. You agree with that tweet? As well, you should. Ooh. Okay, so what are we gonna do, chat? Here's my so I went on the second like part of that tweet thread was Diamond Through Legends in the past week. Together we can get Sticky in twice as many decks as Kingsbane. As you can see, we're already at 4% over. So the average deck is more likely to include a Sticky Finger than it is a Kingsbane. But Reddit keeps stealing my stuff, chat. I've seen like a bunch of places where people have taken just the image from my tweet and used it elsewhere without actually just like copying my tweet or something. Do we need to start putting a watermark in things? What do you think? What do I think? Or is that cringe?
Never bring a sword to a fish fight. Pirates away!
So just let everyone steal my things? Half those guys with Sticky Fingers are Kingsbane rogues tired of losing their Kingsbane? Yeah, I guess they are. Man, if only this was the other one here. Is the other one actually better? I think the other one might actually be better. Like I almost never cast it when it's corrupted, and here it would win the game. Win the game here. Only Swordfish is lethal, right? Oh, they might have like Harmonic Potato. Just insta post all of your tweets to r/Wild Hearthstone. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I should just start actually like developing a Reddit platform. Okay. Well, there you go, Chicken Sama. If you have Fillet Fighter, I uninstall. This is one of your favorite Marshy tweets? Well, very good.
Intriguing.
Could have saved the discount for turn 5 Plague. Don't tell me good things. No, I used the discount to get the Giant out, didn't I? The Giant didn't come down the turn it did if I didn't use the discount. Where can I find a deck list like this rogue? The ones I find don't play Jolly, for example. The ultimate nutty, super special, phenomenal, amazing pirate rogue list can only be found on the Martian Boo YouTube. Go to my YouTube video named Sophisticated Gaming, and you will find in the description the code for the ultimate nutty pirate rogue deck. It doesn't get nuttier than that. Can't trade off any of my plagues. Unlucky. Opponent uninstalling, yeah. I remember specifically playing nature studies in the order that I did to get the giant out.
All for now.
So there you go. Ooh, nice. Whether it was worth whether it was worth not getting the giant out for the sake of being able to have the spreading plague out earlier is up for debate, though. I think you always play the giant, though, right? Pretty sure. Pound it, Kiko. Chat, I want to make this an emote. What do we call this emote? Marshy bruh? Oh, okay. Yeah.
So many possibilities.
I'll work on that later. Doc got it? Alright, that's 2 votes for Marshy bruh. Alright,
versus Malfurion.
I must protect the Fire Lord. Strength comes in many forms. Impossible.
Study the flames. The mirror. Oh, we've got a prediction live. Any gamblers in chat? Yeah. You guys think I can win the mirror? Scale from 1 to Gamba. I don't see any mirrors. I see a druid. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Boop. Cool, chill. That's so chill.
Witness true strength.
Witness true strength. Ooh, a lot of believers right now. A lot of believers. Excuse me. All right. Well, am I supposed to pace myself? I doubt it.
Interesting.
Maybe I'll play my friend here this turn.
Witness
Seems alright.
strength. Job's done.
Doubters are the real ones, encouraging streamer to prove them wrong. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm getting targeted ads for a brake light. I don't own a car. It's like Google doesn't even know me anymore. You'll never take me alive, cool chill. Be that your real name. Feel my might. Feel it. Feel that might. Feel my might. Feel my might. Well, I have to ditch this on the stupid side in order to kill that this turn. But I guess I will. Man, remember when the, back in my day, the questline Druid Mirror used to be unbearable!
Witness true strength.
Hero power, not like this? Why'd you want me to hero power? Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. When you're right, trash man. Okay? But now, yeah, there's, like, minions involved, and, you have these things to give you, like, infinite value that isn't stupid, like the, or, like, people used to tech in a Jade Idol because that's how long the game went.
You cannot crack my carapace.
Guys think we can get a giant? Unlucky. That might have been nice, though. Grab one for next turn.
Witness true strength.
No Gonk? Well, this isn't really a Gonk deck. Why would we include Gonk? No Gruul sad, true. The YouTube thumbnail? Ah, true. Today I'm going to try, or this time around, I'm going to try using Barkley. See how that goes. Boop! Alright, my goal here is something. This is like free, right? Like, just makes all that stuff better with no downside.
Witness true strength.
No YouTube video was that the thumbnail yet. It's true.
Nobody messes with my friends.
How dare you? How dare you rake my guff? So rude. People are just so rude these days. Did you send that to yourself? What did you?
I've just been referencing.
Huh?
sting. Feel my might. Witness true strength. Time's running out.
Oh my goodness. Been terrible about my mic today, huh? I don't think I'm gonna use this game anyway, so it's fine. But yeah. Can you stop putting taunts in front of me? Just let me win. Just let me win. Come on. $13. Not there yet.
True strength.
Almost. Almost. Marshy win? Marshy win.
Witness true strength.
Boop. There's fire in your heart.
Fight with control and purpose.
Woof.
No.
We did it. R4C.
A new song begins.
Strength
I think
comes
this is
in
the
many
person. They're in my Discord. They like this is their first top 50 or something. I don't know if it's their first. They were like, think they were saying, oh, back to top 50. It's not their first, but congratulations to them. Look at them climb. See if we can't slow that climb down a little bit. You know what I mean? Boop. Do you have any plans for more collaboration videos? I found you for the podcast thingy with Engine. Do you mean like the reviews? I was logged out for 2 days because of Zelda. I log in and you rank 1. That's funny. Good job.
Witness true strength.
Witness true strength. Nothing feels better than beating your fellow Discord dweller in an honorable quest road mirror. True. Yeah, you could say Copper, this deck is so good you don't even need to queue it to get rank 1. Just pick some random 30. Spread the word, chat. Boop. I get matched with pairs every now and then. Always fun to see if he draws from before I lethal. Oh, draws frog before you lethal. I see. Oh my. Look at how big that attack is. Not my face. Ow. So rude. So rude. You know what I mean? Why is everyone always hurting me? Don't they know I'm a nice Marshy? They must know. This one first.
I lack the mana.
Cool. What rank am I right now? 60. 60 million. Can't hide in rank, too used to the dumpster. It's true. It's true. I could show it. Marshy rank. There it is. I haven't like adjusted it at all since I set up the cam the way it is. It was a little bit too high. But there it is. Gaze upon it. And just like that, it's gone. That was heavy. That was heavy. Man, I keep not finding like exciting giants to play. Ooh. Witness two potatoes. Have you come to the decision on the camera border? Personally, I think I'd like to see the bottom right corner unrounded. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with it a little bit more. What I might do is round the top left and the bottom left, and then just have the black border cover up the part of the bottom left that I thought was obnoxious. I also might try doing something like putting the legend border around here somewhere. I don't know if that would look good, but I have some ideas. I just need to like actually get them rolling. All right, look at that. Look at that go.
Witness true strength.
Rounded corners aren't common among streamers I watch, so it was a bit unusual at first, but it's really grown on you already. Yeah, I think at least like the top right one, I would consider that a success. I'm happy with that one. Also, like, it feels a little awkward. There's a little bit of dead space over there, but sometimes I'm over here, right? You know, like, I need to be able to accommodate my weird habits of moving around all over the place. So, there you go. You cannot crack my carapace. Bonk. Alright. Look at that giant arcane giant. On today's episode of Is There Lethal, I have 10 out now. And I could get 3, 11. That's lethal, isn't it? Surely. Either it is or it isn't. Either it's lethal or I'm a potato. Skin and bones. Got him. Not even close, not even close. Running out of ranks. A wild border or like a deep Z border would be cool. Yeah, like it would be nice to do something like that. I want something that's not too distracting is the other thing too. Like I want it to be kind of subtle, but that could be done with the vines. Look at the Irana crying at the deck select screen. Why I kill you? It had to be done. It had to be done. In a fight to the death, someone must die. Thank goodness it was you. Martian, do you get a meme lock list up your sleeves with Rin in it? I brought here in Diamond and I want a player. Okay, so I do need to make Yes Warlock at some point. Because I too have it in Diamond. But I haven't built it yet, no. It's gonna be Mindlock minus Mines plus Rin, by the way. Like that, it's gonna be that easy. Your favorite fights to the death are the ones that reach the term limit. I haven't, I bet you I've gotten to the turn limit less than 5 times. Ever. And that's someone who likes to play like Giga Greedy stuff. Spoilers? Yeah. That sounds like a wonderful stream. You guys think I can lose with that deck for a whole stream? Alright. Well, maybe we'll try it. Turn limit is a myth. Have you never seen it yourself? Is Reno Warlock still playable, or does it hard lose to the meta? I'm sure. I'm so positive that you could come up with something half decent. I don't know that you'd like. I don't know that you'd like climb to the tippy top of legend or anything, but like, if you like Reno Warlock, I'm sure you could come up with something. You got to turn limit 10 times in a row during the Baron's meta in Standard, or were you playing Priest? I got to the turn limit 5 times in one day playing Benedictus Control Priest. I'm gonna be honest, if I play Control deck, I hit so often the turn limit because I run the turn 3 to 4 in your head. Sharp weapon. Chat, everyone's playing Barkley Druid today. Everyone's playing Barkley Druid. Even Barkley. I shared a list with 0 games for my rank 1 post. Nice. Turn limit is there for a reason, so I don't use the time. I think I played 7, but oh. Yeah. Feel my might. Feel my chungus. I was born in the chungus, molded by it. Can we get a guff for next turn? Not from a Jedi. Ooh. Feel my might. Oh, wait. We're gonna get everything down this turn. Look at this. Feel my might. You cannot crack my campus. Whack. Look at my horde. Look at my swarm. You merely adopted the druid. I was born in it, raised by it. By the time I was a man, the degeneracy was blinding. Oh, okay. I see. This druid feels kind of fun. You think you have all the cards for it? I also think it's fun. I also think it's funny that like when this was like an off-meta deck, I feel like at least my chat was very fond of it. But now that it's good, everyone's like, I hate that deck. I hate that attack druid deck.
Time grows short.
In my opinion, the worst mirror matches were the old Hadronox Beast Resurrect matches that never ended and no one ever hit face. Oh. Because there was so many taunts in the way. They managed to get through a lot of that, didn't they? Well, here I go. It's mulch, right?
Hey,
Barkies. Why so Barkies? Why are you so Barkies? There's a dog next door. I think it hears it sometimes. Huh, Barkies. Umbral Owl. Owl on owl violence? Isn't that rude? All right. All right. Nobody messes with my chungus. And yeah, you can't win them all. Thanks for depriving me of the satisfaction of getting to hit there. All right, I'm gonna head out, but let's see if we can't get a Barky bye-bye. Barkley, come here. I know he wants attention.
I can do it. Do the Barkley delivery.
Thank you. All right. All right,
Oh.
he's just flopping. He's not even gonna try to get up. All right, Barkies. You want to say goodbye, chat? Do you want to say goodbye, chat? Say goodbye. Say goodbye, chat, Barkley. Say bye-bye.
It's okay.
Say bye-bye. Bye-bye over here. Yeah, bye-bye, chat. Goodbye. Good work. All right. Let me find you guys the ultimate the ultimate host to host. Thank you for hanging out with me today and enjoying some Bonk Druid action with Barkley. You guys can go enjoy somebody else's stream. We haven't. Oh, that's Diablo 4. Here we'll go to Fino. You guys have been great. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you again on Monday or Tuesday, one of those. But yeah, have a great weekend.